Ladies and gentlemen, good evening, damas y caballeros, bienvenidos, and welcome to the Alamo Dome, San Antonio, Texas, USA, where tonight, Bob Arum and his Top Rank Incorporated is proud to present an evening of HBO World Championship Boxing for your entertainment. Sponsored by Tecate, Cerveza con Carácter, and Smart Communications of the Philippines. All bouts are sanctioned by the Texas Department of Licensing and Regulation. This first contest presented in association with All Star Promotions and also sanctioned by the World Boxing Organization WBO President Francisco Paco Barcarcel. At ringside, the three judges scoring on the 10-point system: Dr. Ruben Garcia, Levi Martinez, and Don Trella. And inside the ring, in charge of the action at the bell, in his 64th world title bout, U.S. Army First Sergeant Rafael Ramos. And now, let's get this party started. 12 rounds of boxing for the vacant WBO Junior Featherweight Championship of the world. Fighting out of the blue corner, wearing red, white, and blue, officially weighing 122 pounds. Professional record, 21 victories, including 18 knockouts with only one defeat and one bout even. He is the former WBO Super Bantamweight World Champion de Residencial Barbosa, Bayamón, Puerto Rico, WBO Wilfredo Vasquez Jr. And fighting out of the red corner, wearing red, official weight 121.5 pounds. Professional record, 27 victories, including 18 knockouts with only one defeat. And he is undefeated over the last 10 years and has won 26 consecutive fights in a row. From General Santos City, Philippines, the four-time world champion, the Filipino Flash, Nonito Donaire.
Okay guys, you see that pre-fight instruction, recibiste las instrucciones. Protect yourself at all time. Protégete todo el tiempo. Give me a clean fight, una pelea limpia. Okay, and remember, no one is more professional than I. Let's do it.
Is Donaire capable of punching through one division after another, as Manny Pacquiao once did?
Well, it depends.
We need evidence.
Yes, it depends on who's in the other corner. But he does have that ability, though, Larry.
Well, we will find out.
Back to the corner, Alekina.
Until he does it, he hasn't done it.
Round one begins, and you heard what Donaire said about wanting vengeance for what he saw as disrespect at the news conference. I don't care about the belt. I don't care about the money. I just want to knock him out.
Well, everyone has talked about the height of Donaire and his ability to move up in weight because of it, but maybe it's his stance, Emmanuel, but he doesn't show that he's any bigger than Vasquez right here.
No, it seems to me this is probably where his weight is, but you know, Larry, it's so little difference between the weight division, 122, 126, it's only 4 pounds, unlike years back when it was like 126, the next stop was 135. So to move from one division to another is really not that much nowadays.
Our measurements found Donaire to be 5'6" and Wilfredo Vasquez Jr. 5'5.5". So officially there's only a half-inch height difference between the two, and that's pretty much the way they look in there, I think. One of the things I love about Donaire, Emmanuel, is his clear focus and concentration. The way he always has his eyes fixed on the target, and he takes his time. He's patient.
That's a very good point, Jim. A lot of people underestimate the value of the eyes, concentration, keeping your balanced position. He does everything perfect. He's always at great position from balance, as well as his head and body position. And right now, his movement and speed, upper body speed and hand speed, is a little bit too much for Vasquez. Vasquez hasn't did anything yet, but he's going to open up in a moment. But he's having a problem dealing with the speed of Donaire. And every time he does punch, I'm going to see Donaire waiting on him to try to counter punch. So he's a little leery whenever he does do a punch that he's going to get caught with a counter punch.
In terms of foot movement and stance, Donaire's in a boxing mode, but he's throwing punches like Sonny Liston. This is a hard punching mentality.
You know, it was funny you mentioned it just when I was looking at the foot. It said Vasquez is a little bit flat foot, you know, with his feet is a little bit more flat as compared to Donaire, who's operating more from the balls of his feet, and that gives him a little advantage in moving in and out better than Vasquez.
But he's making Vasquez miss, and he's blocking whatever comes his way.
Left hook by Donaire. His best punch, or at least so it appeared against Montiel.
This looks like the 13th round of the last fight.
Take deep breath right away, okay? That was good, Nonito, okay? It was good. Keep your cool. Don't try too hard. We got plenty of rounds. Take your time. He's gonna fall into his own trick, okay? He's trying to counter you. He's waiting for you to throw, and then he wants to throw after you. He's slower than you, so you're gonna catch him when he throws, all right? Just keep your cool. Keep using that jab. Don't get too excited. We got 12 rounds, okay?
He's slow. When he brings your hands up, we bring it up, right, baby? He can't hit me. There's no power.
Vasquez was a second-year pre-law student in Puerto Rico when some family situations, including the murder of his father's grandchild, forced him to make another decision. And for the first time, around in his late teens, he got into the ring, and his father made him work out for a year and a half before he allowed him to have a fight.
Box numbers in the first round, Donaire was 11 of 44 and Vasquez was 7 of 29. Donaire landing, it appeared, the harder shots in the first round as well.
Well, Vasquez didn't throw too many punches in the first round. He's fighting a very conservative, laid-back fight. I think he's intending to try to step it up as the fight goes on. But also he's having a problem with the fast counter punches, particularly of Donaire whenever he does punch.
Slip. And you saw Vasquez mugging at Donaire after Donaire hit him with a left hand shot to the body, and Donaire's response to that was to step up and hit him with the two-punch combination.
Yeah, well, trying to beat force with farce doesn't work very often.
Vasquez starting to unfurl his jab, but so far throwing one punch at a time. Obviously trying not to open himself up to Donaire's combinations.
Exactly, Jeff.
There's actually a little mark under the right eye of Donaire.
Like a mouse. Another hard left-hand body shot. I haven't heard much about Donaire as a body puncher, Emmanuel, but he throws to the gut with passion.
Yeah, he punches with accuracy and power. Any punch that he delivers is very, very accurate. And the thing right now, I think Vasquez, as he opens up more, which he's going to have to pretty soon because he's getting behind on points, he's going to leave himself open to get caught with power shots more.
Donaire on the belt line with a body shot. You saw between rounds that he's trained by one of the rising prominent trainers in the sport, Robert Garcia, out of Oxnard, California. Garcia wasn't going to become one of the most illustrious trainers in the sport with fading talents like Antonio Margarito. But with somebody like Donaire, he can make the kind of splash that, for instance, Freddie Roach has made with Manny Pacquiao.
But I think he has Ortiz also.
Yes,
Ortiz
also has Victor Ortiz.
Yeah, Victor Ortiz. He's got some good young talent coming up.
Oh, no, wait a minute. Excuse. He does not have Victor Ortiz. Victor Ortiz is trained by his brother Danny Garcia. There was a family feud.
He has Brandon Rios.
All right, yeah, that's right. He has Brandon Rios.
Right. I know he had another young
And
talent.
in fact, Donaire has sparred from time to time with Brandon Rios. There's Rachel Donaire, wife of Nonito. And when we talk about the altercation between the two at the news conference, Wilfredo Vasquez Jr. told me that had to do with some Twitter exchanges involving both Donaire's wife and his own wife.
It's just a matter of rounds.
Another implication of Twitter.
Yeah, you know, it's interesting how so many of the boxers' wives and girlfriends has got to be such a big part of our broadcast nowadays.
The brave new world.
Papito, no lo saludes, que esto no es amistad aquí. Papito, mete esa recta al pecho.
Throw straight shot to the chest.
Oye,
Hey, listen, keep your guard up so you don't get hit. Okay? You good? Okay. Copy box numbers in the second round. Donaire 20 of 58, including 14 connected power shots. Vasquez 9 out of 32. So in the first two rounds, Vasquez has not really made the effort to be on the same page with Donaire in terms of punches thrown and landed. He's waiting.
You see Donaire start jab, but he's not really driving hard jabs. He's trying to get Vasquez to start jabbing back at him. And as soon as Vasquez starts getting to his jabbing game with him, then he tries to sneak a fast right hand over top.
Earlier in the round, Emmanuel, we saw Donaire lead with a left hook. It'll be interesting to see if he does that again. If you're going to lead with a left hook, you have to have the footwork to get in position to do that. Roy Jones could do it. Floyd Mayweather can do it. And now we know that Donaire can do it, too.
Donaire can do it, too. He's one of those very gifted athletes, very well coordinated. I call him remind me of a gymnastic in terms of coordination and strength.
Now he's giving Vasquez a different look, dropping his hands. And he rips Vasquez with a left hook lead. And there was a perfect example. Can he finish him now?
He's trying to land that uppercut through the center.
Yes, he's going to take an uppercut if Vasquez is going to guard that way. Vasquez gets out of the corner and kind of grins as if that's a victory.
Well, that sudden imitation of Sergio Martinez ended with a clean left hook that led to that barrage in the corner.
It's amazing that he did so much damage to Vasquez with a punch that I don't think was even that clean. It just shows how much power that he has for a small fighter.
Well, he's fighting small fighters, Emmanuel. Why is that so exceptional for a little guy if he's fighting another little guy?
But you don't see small fighters punching with that type of power. They're just very unusual. I mean, his knockouts are devastating. In fact, one of the most devastating punches I would say in boxing. And normally that should be with the heavyweights or middleweights or something.
Well, we always talk about how you get hurt most by the punches you don't see coming. I think Vasquez was looking for a jab. And when Donaire ripped him with the lead left hook, he wasn't ready. Another great body shot.
Enjoys what he's doing, okay? Okay? When you hurt him, don't get too wild, don't get too crazy. Take your punches, okay? Even if he's hurt, make yourself look good. Step to the side and get him with a good uppercut or with a good hook or to your right, and you know what I mean? Yeah. Go on, yeah.
It's a towel.
Here you see the left hook that hurt Vasquez, and as you can see, it was very difficult for Vasquez even to see where the punch was coming from, and it wasn't really even a clean blow. It
Well, it came over his glove.
Yeah, that's right.
Landed on top of the side of his head.
That's just a demonstration of the tremendous power that he has.
How come young ones, but we live for it, we die for it, we live for forever. Young ones, but we live for it, we live for it, we